Hi friends, I'm here with a yoga offering. As always, please go at your own pace. Feel free to skip things or change things so you're doing what feels right for you. Let's begin sitting today. If you have something you want to sit up on, you could grab a blanket or cushion. We'll come into a comfortable cross-legged position. Either close your eyes or take a soft gaze towards the floor in front of you. Begin to slow down your breath. You're welcome to keep your eyes closed or open as it's useful for you throughout your practice. Let's begin with a gentle twist. Bring your left hand to your right knee and your right hand to the floor behind you. As you inhale, sit a little taller. As you exhale, rotate, looking back over your shoulder. One more breath here. And then release and switch. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, rotate. And then breath by breath, see if a little more height, a little deeper twist is possible. Last breath here. And then back around to the front. Let's interlace fingers in front and put some pressure between your arms like you're going to pull your arms apart. Spreading between the shoulder blades, spreading the upper back. And then release and interlace behind your back. Maybe the other thumb on top this time. Open up the chest. You can stay upright or fold forward. And then release, come up, hands to knees, round back. Lean away from your hands on your knees, drop your chin. Roll your way back up. Let's recross the legs so the other leg is in front or on top, sitting tall. Drop your right ear over the right shoulder, press down through the left shoulder, stretching left side of your neck. Rotate chin to chest and come over to the other side. Both shoulders drop, but now even more through the right side, looking for a stretch there. Rotate your chin to your chest. Come back to the first side and then go back and forth, half circles or 3/4 circles, watching the sensation move from one side to the other. Next time your chin is to your chest, stay there. Interlace your fingers behind your head and let your elbows hang down, stretching the back of your neck. And then release the arms, head floats back up. Let's bring hands to the floor behind us. Roll your shoulders and elbows back. And then lift the heart, taking it as high as you can. And release, come up, hands to knees, round back. Roll your way back up. Now let's come forward onto hands and knees, tabletop. If you want to pad your knees, you might use a blanket or cushion if you have one. Hands right under shoulders, knees under hips. We'll take a few rolls through the spine, starting by lifting the head and tailbone. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curve. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curve. Now, inhale, arch. Shift your weight forward, bend your elbows straight back and dip part way or all the way to the floor and press up from there. Round. Arch. Go forward to dip down, elbows hugging the sides of the body. Press up, round, arch, dip down. If going all the way down is too much, just do what you can. Press up, round, arch, dip down, press up, round, arch. One more time. Dip down, press up, round, and then sink back to child's pose, releasing hips to the heels, forehead to the floor. Finding a relaxed position for your arms, your neck, your shoulders. With arms out in front of you, walk your hands over to the left. And then pull back through your right hip, stretching right side a little more. Come through center and over to the other side. Pull back through your left hip, stretching left side a bit more. And back to center. Let's lift up through table and come into downward facing dog. You might begin by pedaling out your feet, bending one knee as you press the opposite heel towards the floor, opening up calves, hamstrings, ankles. Just waking up different parts of your body through movement, through stretching. And then walk your hands and feet towards one another. And let's hang in ragdoll. Bending your knees a little or a lot, taking any movement here. Bend your knees a little more and slowly roll up, coming all the way up to standing. You can step up to the front of the mat, coming into mountain pose, Tadasana. Next inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale, fold forward, swan dive down. Inhale, lengthen, part way up.
step back, come into a high push-up position, feeling the strength of your core supporting you, underside lifting up. Shift your weight forward to lower down, low push-up. And then come into your back bend. Cobra or up dog, as low or high as feels right for you. And back to down dog when you're ready. And let's take 5 breaths in a good resting pose. That could be down dog. Or you might come to child's pose or sitting or onto your forearms or knees, any neutral shape. One more breath here. Coming back through down dog, step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold, let your head release fully. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Again, inhale, arms high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. Back to down dog. This time from down dog, let's take the right leg up, bend your knee to your chest, and start circling this bent right knee, making the biggest circle possible for your hip joint. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight, circle your ankle a few times, big circles, both directions. Take your leg a little higher and then a big step forward. Let's take a low lunge. So you can drop the back knee, pat it if you like, either rolling up the side of your mat or using a blanket or cushion. If it's difficult to reach the floor and you have a couple blocks, you could use that. Check the distance between your legs, adjust it if you need to so that when you sink your hips forward, it's not too tight of an angle on that front knee or ankle. You can keep your hands down on the floor or blocks. You can bring hands to your knee or hips, or you can take arms up. Last breath here. Release hands to the floor or back to your blocks. Let's come back for a hamstring stretch. Inch the front foot forward and then flex your toes back. Hands right under shoulders as high as you need. Hips above the back knee, going towards hips square, towards a flat back, towards folding. If you want to go towards splits, Hanumanasana, you're welcome to. Meet your edge right where it is. If you did slide forward, slide your way back. To release, we'll bring both hands to the inside. Turn out through the right foot and then shift your weight forward for lizard pose. You could stay on your hands or come to your elbows, on blocks or the floor. Feel free to experiment here. Any shift of weight, any adjustment will have an effect, so you can find how does this pose work best for you now. If you want to add a quad stretch, you might bend the back leg and reach for it. And then release, make your way back to down dog. Any movement transition, you could take a vinyasa, and you could just step back. Maybe there's some other movement you want to take. From down dog, left leg sweeps up. Bend your knee in. Start circling this bent left knee. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight. Circle your ankle a couple times. Big circles, both directions. Take your leg a little higher and then a big step forward. Low lunge. You can adjust your footing, maybe grab props, patting the back knee, using blocks. And then experiment. What do you notice? What do you feel? If you took a different arm position on the other side, you might try that again. One more breath. Release. Hands to the blocks or floor, hips back, inch the front foot forward, flex toes back. Going to your edge, not beyond, honoring your edges right where they are, and you can adjust the outer shape of the pose at any time, going deeper or backing out slightly. If you did slide forward, slide your way back. To release, bring both hands to the inside, turn out through the left foot, and then shift your weight forward. Lizard pose. You could experiment, explore what's interesting, what's useful. If you did add a quad stretch on the other side, you might try that again. Last breath here. Release. Make your way back to a good rest. Any movement, any neutral shape. Let's come back through down dog and into a pigeon pose, right side. You can slide your right knee forward, scoot back through the left leg, help the hips get as low as they'll go. And then settle into a good rest. If support would be useful, a little something under your hip or chest or forehead, adjust the pose so that it is something you can relax into. Gravity is working with you here. So the more that you let go, the deeper the pose will be, the hips releasing towards the floor. If it gets too deep when you relax, prop yourself up. A little something under the right hip or chest or forehead. Slowly bring the upper body back up. Take your time. If you have something under your right hip that's in your way, move it out of your way so that you can lean to the right and bring the left leg around to the front. And then shift over onto your left hip and send your right leg back. And if that didn't help you into a pigeon pose on the left side, find your way there. You might adjust the angle of the front leg. You might set up some support. And then settle in. Feeling what it's like to be here, breathing. Take your time, releasing, letting go. Bring the upper body back up. If you have something under your hip that's in your way, move it. So you can bring the right leg around to the front. This time, let's stack the right leg on top of the left for Gomukhasana, cow face pose. So we're trying to get knee on top of knee. So you can scoot your ankles out to the side or back towards your hips. If this feels too tight, you can either sit up on something or straighten the bottom leg or both. So finding how this works for you. Ideally getting both sit bones grounded, especially that right hip. And to help the right hip stay down, bring your left elbow across to the outside of the right knee. Right hand comes into a fist, and then press down, pushing fist into hand, elbow into legs, legs into the floor, grounding down, and using that to not only lengthen, but a little rotation. Opening through the right shoulder, lengthening as you twist. Keep both sit bones grounded as you release the upper body around to the front. Right elbow on top of left for eagle arms. Put some pressure between your elbows like you're trying to pull them apart, spreading the upper back, spreading the rib cage, spreading the torso long and wide. And then release. Interlace your fingers behind your back, open up the chest, and then fold forward any amount. Might be dropping your head, maybe reaching arms up and back away from you. And then release. Come up, unwind, and switch. So now left leg on top. Take your time getting into it, scooching ankles further out to the side or back. You're welcome to straighten the bottom leg or sit up on something. And then right elbow comes across, left hand into a fist, pressing down, using that to not only lengthen but rotate. Both hips grounded. Unwind back to the front, keeping hips grounded. Left elbow on top of right now. Pressure between the arms like you're going to pull them apart. Sit tall, spreading rib cage, spreading torso. And then release. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Other thumb on top. Open up the chest. Fold any amount. And then release. Come up. Unwind and take a little windshield wiper side to side. Let the knees flop one way and the other. You can kind of rub one hip into the floor. And then release. And let's get set up for supported fish. You can do supported fish over a rolled up blanket or blocks or a cushion, foam roller, rolled up yoga mat, lots of options. You're going to place whatever you're using behind the upper back, pretty high up the upper back, nowhere near the lower back. And then depending on how high this thing is, you may want something else to support your head so that the chin is dropped and the back of the neck is nice and long. Arms can be overhead or out to the side. Legs can be bent or straight. If the first position you come into isn't working for you, try something different. If it's too much, take it down a notch. Make it softer or smaller. You could do this on a half-inch roll of a blanket. Very, very subtle. For some bodies, that's going to be the best option. So it's not better to go more intense. It's finding the intensity that you're able to relax into. You relax your face, relax your jaw. Breath slow. this is a place you could stay for a while. If you're enjoying where you are and want to stay longer, you are welcome. If you're ready to release, one gentle way of doing so is to interlace fingers behind your head. Lift your chin to your chest, taking the pressure off your props. And then lean to one side to move your stuff out of your way. Resting with back flat. And just check in with your body. How do you want to wind things down? Is there any last pose or stretch or anything you're needing to feel complete in your practice? Could be a yoga pose, could be movement, could be a little self-massage or adjusting your clothing. Anything or nothing. If nothing's needed, you can just start to get comfortable in your final resting pose. Eventually settling into a symmetrical, relaxed position, letting go of the control of your breath. Letting the weight of your body release back into the support behind you. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. And let this movement increase gradually through your wrists and ankles, maybe rocking your head side to side. Take a big stretch out through your arms and legs. When you're ready, bring your knees in. And roll to one side, pausing there for a moment. And use your hands to help you up to sitting. We'll bring hands together at the heart. And you might take a moment to silently thank yourself for your yoga practice. And let that gratitude expand out to the people and circumstances that make it possible for you to be here. And that could extend far and wide. Maybe even sending gratitude and well wishes to all beings everywhere. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I have to say I'm really, really grateful that I'm able to offer these videos freely. For years, my yoga students were primarily a very narrow demographic, quite privileged, and I'm just so happy that now through these videos that people who need yoga have access to it. People who want my yoga have access to it for free. And those of you that are able to contribute financially, it makes a big difference to me. This is my job. It's not a side project. It's what I do, what I've always done. And it also is subsidizing that I can continue to offer these for free for the people that are enjoying them and not able to pay. So thank you so much for your support. Thank you for practicing. It's good for you, good for all of us. And yeah, hope you enjoy the rest of your day.